Me and you plan to finesse at this war. All the characteristics of who the cocoa. Baby, let me know say I'm money cocoa. Why you wanna follow me to back on Monday? She na follow your Monday. You look better no friend for you. Baby, she you know my baby. Baby, she ignore the message I sent to you. I'm sorry.
Baby, some money. You know say you matching my steez. You know I'm a G. Shawty, I'm always keep it real. I know they got too much whining. I see the beat. I see Shadow they enter. Yeah, we could call a beat. Oh, yeah, show yourself, do over Sally. Love is in the air.
You know you show me.
Competition. My enemy not Saba.
Good day, dear audience. I go by the name Alice Pokuya Boateng, a level 100 marketing student at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and a member of Marketing Group 8. On behalf of my group members, I warmly invite you to join in our presentation on the topic, if critical thinking is so critical to development, why do people, even the educated, find it so difficult to think critically? Critical thinking has long been recognized as an essential tool for development, innovation, problem solving, and effective decision making. It is highly valued in politics, business, education, and everyday life. Yet, despite its importance, many individuals, including educated people, struggle to think critically. This raises an important and intriguing question. If critical thinking is indeed vital for development, why do so many people find it difficult to practice? In this presentation, our group seeks to examine this paradox by exploring the various psychological, educational, and social barriers that hinder critical thinking.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'll be talking about the case for critical thinking, which means by which critical thinking is important. Firstly, it helps people to make better decisions and reduces risks. Second, in politics, it helps people separate facts from misinformation and make informed choices. And third, in education, it improves problem solving and independent learning. Finally, in personal life, it helps us to make better decisions and adapt challenges. In conclusion, critical thinking is important because it helps us make right decisions in every area of life. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Precious and I'm here to talk about the cognitive and psychological bias. It talks about the things happening in our mind that stops us from thinking clearly and making good decisions. 1. Confirmation bias. We think information that agrees with our beliefs and ignore information that disagrees with us. For example, a business owner believes that a new product will succeed when he or she listens to only customers that like the product and ignore those who does not like the product. When this happens, it can stop us from seeing the whole truth and can also lead to bad decision making. 2. Dunning-Kruger effect. People know very little about something and sometimes think they know a lot. For example, the student study one chapter of a course and thinks he or she has mastered the whole course. When this happens, it can make people refuse advice and make mistakes.
Okay, so the fourth point is education and social barriers. Under if we have rote learning, many educational systems emphasize memorization rather than analysis. Students often learn to reproduce information during examinations instead of questioning ideas. Example, a student may memorize definitions of leadership theories without evaluating their strengths and weaknesses. Also, we have authority difference. Most cultures encourage and question respect for authority figures. Students may hesitate to challenge lecturers, employees may avoid questioning employers, and then citizens may accept government statements without scrutiny. Example, an employee notices accounting irregularities but remains mute because management decisions are considered unquestionable. Then the last point here is social media and echo chambers. Digital technology increasingly exposes individuals to information that reinforces existing beliefs. Algorithms often present content that uses already side with. Example, a person interested in a particular political ideology may receive only similar viewpoints online.
I am Alfonsia Gandagna, and I would like to present on why education does not guarantee critical thinking. Perhaps the greatest problem is that educated individuals fail to think critically, and my first point is credentialism. Modern society frequently equates educational qualifications with intelligence. However, possessing degrees does not necessarily indicate reasoning ability. A manager with an MBA may still make a rational decision if he relies solely on authority or personal beliefs. Employers are offering recruit candidates based on certificates rather than analytical skills. Thus, credentials may represent academic success without intellectual development. And my second point is on specialization. Experts often become highly knowledgeable within narrow fields while remaining vulnerable to biases outside their expertise. A medical doctor may possess extensive scientific knowledge, yet believe misinformation about economics or politics. Education sometimes produces specialists rather than broadly reflective thinkers. And then my last point is on intellectual arrogance. Higher education may increase confidence without increasing humility. Hall and Elder in 2014 argued that intellectual humility is essential for critical thinking.
Pathway to resolve this education gap, we must realize that a formal degree is simply not enough. We need concrete pathway to build true thinking skills. First, school must move away from pure memorization. Classrooms need to open debate and real-world cases studies so that students learn how to analyze different points of view. Second, we must openly teach about mental mistakes and internal flaws. Learning about flaws like confirmation biases give us a self-awareness to spot errors in our own judgment. Finally, we must change our corporate and social culture. Workplace, schools and families must stop rewarding blind obedience. Instead, they need to create a safe environment for open dialogue. Ultimately, critical thinking is a discipline particular. It can only thrive if our institution deliberatively support the right to challenge existing ideas. Thank you.
Conclusion. Critical thinking is essential for societal growth. Many people, even educated people, struggle with it because of biases, emotions, and social pressure. Academic qualifications may open doors, but they do not guarantee sound thinking and critical thinking. True critical thinking involves true humility and practice. Let's go. If societies encourage evidence-based dialogue while creating supportive environments, individuals will be equipped to think critically and make wise decisions.
On the group reflection, we have some 3 points to talk about. 1. Strategy. The group divided the assignment into major sections based on member strengths, with some focusing on theoretical research and others on barriers and solutions. Point 2. Process. They maintain cohesion through regular meetings, constructive peer feedback, and shared editing responsibilities to ensure a polished final paper. 3. Takeaway. Disagreements were embraced as opportunities for deeper analysis, proving that critical thinking thrives on collaboration, open dialogue, and diverse viewpoints. Thank you.